Hi, seventh graders. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish we were still in school and I miss you so much. Today I'm going to tell you about how to read a graphic novel. So, what is a graphic novel? A long comic book is what a graphic novel is. It is usually one story that could be told in perhaps in more than one volume and is more realistic. So it could be historical or autobiographical or even a memoir. What's the difference? What is a comic book? Well, a comic book is a series and it's usually printed monthly with new stories. And it's generally just fantasy or science fiction. So, what are the major types of graphic novels? You have your superhero story, your magna, your nonfiction, your adaptations or spin offs, fantasy, and personal narratives. So, do you know the parts of a graphic novel? At the end, you are going to take a quiz to see if you know the parts of a graphic novel. So, first, we have what's called the cover. Obviously, it's the cover of the graphic novel. And then the parts in the inside are called the inside pages. All the pages in the inside are just called inside pages. Then we have what are called panels. The panels of the graphic novel are the boxes or segments that contains the image and the text. Notice there are 6 panels in this page of the graphic novel. Gutters are the space between the panels. So if you notice, the arrows are pointing to the white space between the 6 panels called the gutter. Captions are a box that contains any background information about a scene or a character. So notice the arrows are pointing to the 2 boxes that are called captions on this page. These are not captions, just the boxes. You also have your sound effects. These are the visual sound cues. This is also called what? Can you think of it? You might have learned about it in language arts. Onomatopoeia. So we have like growl and smack and crack. Those are all sound effects that you know this animal here is growling. Then you have your speech bubbles. This is the dialogue that is spoken by the different characters within a scene. So if a character would whisper something, the dialogue bubble would look like that. Maybe if the character is shouting, the dialogue bubble would look like that. This is where the characters talk to each other. It's conveyed through speech bubbles, the dialogue is. Each speech bubble then has a tail that kind of points to the character so you know which character on the page or in the panel is talking. So here's an example. It says stupid. This person is saying stupid. Curse these silly. This person is saying that. And then down here it says Vikings. So we're dealing with Vikings, real deal Vikings. She is speaking this. Then we have our thought bubble. It contains what a character is thinking. Now, if you look here, here are the little bubbles here. That's telling you that it's thinking. Notice that it does not look anything like the speech bubble. Here's an example. We have speech bubbles up here, and then we have one thought bubble here because the character is thinking it. So the character is not saying this out loud. The character's thinking that to themselves. So what to look for in words and pictures. So in the captions and word bubbles, some words are emphasized by being bigger or bolder than others. This lets the reader know that there is a lot of emotion behind the words. So once again, you have your caption, you got your panel, you got your thought balloons, you got your sound effect, you got your dialogue balloons, and your gutters, all the different parts of a graphic novel. So now, how do you read a graphic novel? You read a graphic novel left to right, just like a traditional text. So here, if we were reading this graphic novel part of a page, we would read, we go top, left to right. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then top to bottom. So left to right, top to bottom in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes it can be a little bit more complicated. So you would read this panel first, then this panel, and then this panel. So it'd go this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crazy. Okay. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go to, on Google Classroom, below this, there should be a link to a quiz in Google form of the parts of a graphic novel. Thank you for your first lesson.